Northwest Suburban Conference Volleyball. Tonight, a matchup between the Spring Lake Park Panthers and the Osseo Orioles. Hello and welcome to Osseo High School. John Jacobson along with Andy Gugasberg. And Andy, first year in the Northwest Suburban Conference for Spring Lake Park. They come in 7-5 overall, 2-4 in the conference, going against, for the most part, larger enrollment schools. And so it's been a bit of an adjustment for their program and their team.
Absolutely true. Coach Joy told us before the match she feels like she's up against the big dogs this year. That might be the most accurate way to put these matchups. The rest of the conference has large enrollments, great volleyball programs with great history. Spring Lake Park building a history right now with some young players and some key older players that are going to help this team put itself on the map in this conference.
Osseo is one of the teams with traditionally strong powers in volleyball. This year, no exception. They're 5-1 in the conference. It's a game out of first. Went to state, of course, a year ago. And it's a veteran team for Osseo. You had some new faces as well, but a very good, solid club.
Yeah, very good program at Osseo. Bill Kwan does a great job getting his kids ready to play. They never rebuild here. They just keep reloading, it seems. You always hear about them in this conference, in this section, vying for titles, getting out, knocking on the doorstep, and like last year when they made it through and made it all the way to state. They didn't lose much outside of their setter. That's a big loss, but they're coming in with two new setters coming in this year, dishing the ball pretty well, and the players they have returning from last year's varsity squad, no slouches, able to put away some balls with some big swings.
Let's look at our key players, starting with Spring Lake Park, and just a sophomore, Pilar Onstead, their top outside hitter, leading the team in kills so far.
Pilar's a great player. You'll see her energy, you'll see her drive, you'll see her desire. Joy Johnson describes her as the future of the team, and I think she's right. Definitely the biggest arm on the team. When it's under control and when she's thinking about the entire game, she's one of the most dynamic hitters we're going to see in this match tonight for sure.
For Osseo, they've got really a few outstanding hitters. We're going to focus on one of them tonight, Shia Sanders, one of their captains.
Shia Sanders, just a joy to watch. Kid that just loves playing this game. She enjoys her teammates. She gets excited with everybody around her. Kwan is actually running a modified 5-1, some would call it a 5-2, just to keep his right side, Shia, on the court for all 6 rotations.
Well, it should be a good one tonight as Osseo looks to stay within striking distance of Champlin Park. They're a game behind the Rebels in the conference standings, really bunched at the top of this league, and they play Champlin Park next Tuesday. We'll take a timeout and come back, and we'll start this one live coverage of Spring Lake Park, Osseo Volleyball next on Channel 12.
You watch Channel 12 at home. Why not on the go? Channel 12 is online at 12.tv. Watch on your phone, on your tablet. Channel 12 is your local source wherever you go. Just log on to 12.tv. Check out our videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and even watch live events via live stream. So don't wait. Stay up to date with Channel 12 and 12.tv, your local source.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. You know, but it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, you know, she's putting them in the same basket again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
My new mom and I have a lot in common.
The great outside.
We both love the outdoors.
So shiny.
That's not a flower. We both love geology.
Oh, look. An igneous one.
That's not a rock. And she knows a lot about wildlife.
A labradoodle.
That's not a dog. Hanging out has been kind of fun.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
Welcome back live on this Tuesday night. Spring Lake Park, Osseo, Northwest Suburban Conference Volleyball for you on Channel 12. John Jacobson and Andy Gugasberg. As we look at the starting lineups for each of these teams. Osseo out on the floor right now. Orioles getting their warm-up. Spring Lake Park out on the other side of the curtain. Here's a look at the Osseo starters tonight. Shia Sanders, Hannah Pekarik, Christina Bowe, Natasha Gachaba, Courtney Calkins, Ellie Hoyt, and Kelly Auer. And for Spring Lake Park, Pilar Onstead, Ari Frawley, Tatiana Smith, Selena Berry, Marissa Bogert, Bailey Israelson, and Emily Boreen. Well, Spring Lake Park, Andy, definitely the big underdog coming in. What needs to go right for them tonight to be able to pull an upset against a ranked team like Osseo?
You know, you can sound like a broken record when it comes to this stuff. The team that serves and passes the best is going to end up winning this match. Spring Lake Park doesn't have the horses to run with Osseo, but if they're able to serve tough and keep Osseo out of system and limit Osseo's options, they're going to put themselves in a good position to get a good block set up and maybe dig some balls and score in transition. Onstead does a really good job of mixing up her shots. I think that's another key factor for them. We want to make sure if you're talking about Spring Lake Park, it's definitely a nice home crowd here for the Osseo squad. Their fans have a tendency to get loud and be very proud of their team. It's fun to be part of that unless you're the opponent in their gym. If they can go early, they can definitely check in and keep Osseo quiet.
Here's a look at the conference standings coming into play tonight in the Northwest Suburban. As we mentioned, very tight at the top. Champlin Park 6-0. And then Tutino, Grace, Osseo, and Blaine all at 5-1. Maple Grove at 5-2. Armstrong and Centennial both at 4-2. And you look at those teams and you say, well, that's a good conference record, but look at all the teams ahead of them. It's a long hill to climb, and hard to imagine there's going to be more than 2 losses, maybe not even that, for the conference champion this year. Andover then leading the second group of 7 teams there.
Yeah, it's a tight race up there, and it's going to be a tight race all year. Champlin sitting at the top at 6-0, but they've only played one of the other teams that are 5-1. So we'll see how they go from here. It's definitely anybody's race. Still pretty wide open for those top 4 or 5 teams.
We'll take a break and come back and start this one. Spring Lake Park and Osseo. Prep volleyball next on Channel 12.
So I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Mom, can we get some ice cream? Please, Mom, please.
No, we're having dinner soon.
Please.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
Michael Adams?
Here.
Michael Adams?
Here.
Michael Adams.
Michael Adams.
Students who miss 18 days of school in any grade risk falling behind and not graduating. Absences add up. Keep track at boostattendance.org today.
Adopting a new pet is a rewarding experience. And Shelter Pets makes super pets. Your new best friend will steal your heart, bring you happiness, and enrich your life for years to come. You can make a difference in the life of an animal. Adopt and bring home a Shelter Pet today. To find out more, visit theshelterpetproject.org.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
You watch Channel 12 at home. Why not on the go? Channel 12 is online at 12.tv. Watch on your phone, on your tablet. Channel 12 is your local source wherever you go. Just log on to 12.tv. Check out our videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and even watch live events via live stream. So don't wait. Stay up to date with Channel 12 and 12.tv, your local source.
Spring Lake Park and Osseo ready to go tonight in volleyball. Both teams complete with their warm-ups and ready to go for the starting lineups here in the gym. There is Joy Johnston. She is in her first year as head coach at Spring Lake Park. Spent last year at Crown College. Andy, 3 years in the Maple Grove program before that. Brings some good volleyball knowledge to the Spring Lake Park team.
Yeah, Joy's done a great job in the last 4 or 5 years. Did some great things at Maple Grove. I know Monica Getchell spoke very highly of her, as did Sean Haugen. Took a one-year stint over at Crown College and got herself involved back here at the varsity level.
We'll take a break and come back with more in a moment.
Watch Channel 12 at home. Why not on the go? Channel 12 is online at 12.tv. Watch on your phone, on your tablet. Channel 12 is your local source wherever you go. Just log on to 12.tv. Check out our videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and even watch live events via live stream. So don't wait. Stay up to date with Channel 12 and 12.tv, your local source.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. You know, but it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, you know, she's putting them in the same basket again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
We're back at Osseo. Osseo Orioles team just sang the national anthem. Didn't know that was coming. They did a nice job, those ladies. Now as the lineup being introduced. Bill Kwan, 13th year head coach at Osseo. They just lost 2 matches overall last season. Andy, best season in program history. Finished 3rd in the state, and really a great year for the Orioles.
Absolutely true. Kwan's been a staple here at Osseo for a long time. He's been a staple in the volleyball community throughout Minnesota. He's one of those coaches that you will find it very difficult to find a coach that has something negative to say about Bill. Great representative for the game, great representative for this Osseo High School, and the way he represents himself truly makes those of us that do this for a living pretty proud to have him in our circle. Great man, great coach. Going to see him tweak some lineups again after he's had a couple injuries and see how the new squad does.
Emily Carmen, their senior middle, has been out now for a while. She got hurt a couple weeks ago in warm-ups against Tutino Gray, so they've had to deal without her being in the lineup. They said they played well at Farmington, a very strong tournament there 2 weekends ago. Came back last week with 2 conference sweeps in their matches to get them rolling now into the rest of the Northwest Suburban Conference schedule.
Yeah, to go in and lose a player of her caliber and then take middle 3 and middle 4 to Farmington and go up against Delano, who has one of the most dynamic middle hitters in the state, and come out with a win there is kind of an impressive feat for Quan and his crew. You see her in the boot. They're really going to miss her again in this match, as they have for the majority of the season. Hoping to get her back the beginning of October.
We talked about what Spring Lake Park would need to do to win. Now, if you're Osseo, you come in, you've only lost 2 matches all year. You kids know that they should beat the team on the other side of the net. So how do you not guard against that optimism?
I'll tell you what, if you figure out exactly how to do that, they'll just start handing you state championships. It's one of the hardest things to do, to know you're the best team in the gym and play like it for every single point. Osseo needs to make sure that they don't give up runs. They don't allow complacency to set in. I'm not saying that Spring Lake Park isn't going to go on a couple runs of their own, but they've got to stay calm and collected and respectful of the game. Bill Kwan will not allow anything less than that to happen. We're going to see a great match here. We're going to see some high-level, high-energy ball. We're going to see some kids flying through the air, taking big swings and going for it. It's going to be a good time.
Well, more volleyball coming up later this week. Jay Wilcox and Lisa Murphy will be down at Benilde St. Margaret's for a non-conference matchup between the Red Knights and Heritage Christian Academy of Maple Grove. And we get back into Northwest Suburban Conference play a week from tonight when Park Center hosts Anoka. Right now, Osseo trying to stay within a game of Champlin Park in the Northwest Suburban Conference standings. We saw them earlier.
That was a clinic that the Rebels put on against Maple Grove, who's had a great season themselves. Just missed that particular night that we were there. Gave Sean a little bit of a hard time about lights, camera, action, and he took it pretty well. We'll see how they recover tonight.
The Rebels really looked strong that night, didn't they?
They sure did. They sure did.
Bailey Israelson gets us underway with the first serve of the match, and the first point goes to the Panthers.
Good serve into the seam, little miscommunication. Serving away from Tina Bow here. The sophomores with some serve-receive opportunities. Now they go to her. Good pass.
Goes to Sanders in the set from Ellie Hoyt. And
Sanders called for a net violation. Tight set, went up hard for it. Apparently caught it on the way down.
So 2-0 Panthers. Israelson continuing to serve. Now set, and this time a little tap over by Pekarik, and I think Pekarik came into the net. She did. So second straight net violation on the Orioles, and Osseo a little unsteady in the very, very early going of set one.
Playing tight, getting that ball a little too tight to the net.
Good serve by Israelson, dug out by Kelly Auer, and the attack there is the first Osseo point. A kill from Tina Bow, the sophomore.
Bow takes a great swing there out of system. Hoyt knows she can get her the ball, and she'll put something productive in it. Pekarik back to serve here.
Anna Pekarik, good serve, back row, handled by Onstead. Hit over by Frawley. Here's Bow again. Big back row by Breen, and Breen hit it over here. Right at the net, Sanders a swing and hit it long.
That's a design dig there by Hoyt to just pop that ball up right in front of Sanders so she can take a swing. Pretty good location on the ball. Sanders a little excited, goes a little long. Onstead back to serve. We'll see if she brings out that jump float. Good pace.
Set goes to Bow, and a point for Spring Lake Park.
Ball's getting tight set. Bow does a nice job of trying to get to it, just doesn't quite have the body control to hold on and keep herself out of the net.
Great start for Spring Lake Park, Andy. Out to a 6-1 lead after that ace.
Great serve down the line here by Onstead. Takes it right down the line, right into the corner. That's a great ball.
That one's long, and so Osseo gets a break in the serve back, now 6-2.
You're not going to beat an Osseo if you're Spring Lake Park if you don't go for it, make them uncomfortable. That time they missed, they'll go at it again.
Hawkins serve. Set going to Keith, and Spring Lake Park point. Kenzie Keith, senior outside hitter. And 7-2 Panthers. First serve of the night for the libero, Emily Breen. Handled by Pekarik. Hoyt to Sanders. Good dig by Israelson. Bow into the net.
calm dig. Very, very calm right here. We'll see this ball. Oh, I think we're going to see the error here. Nice high ball set. Doesn't quite get her feet to it into the net. Back to Bo.
In the middle, hit over by Gachaba.
Draws a net violation from Spring Lake Park. Refs are getting a lot of work early here. A lot of errors tight to the net. Body control being an issue to start this match.
Lane Ruska in, Ellie Hoyt out as center. As Sanders serves. Down. Mackenzie Keefe again.
Keefe getting some good swings here.
9-3, Spring Lake Park. Marissa Borgert might have gone long, but Pekarik played it. Comes to Bo. They'll set it to Onstead. Floats it to the back row. Here's Sanders. Kill for Osseo, and point to make it 9-4.
Sanders out of the back row. Pretty lethal back there. They get a great ball, giving her a ball at about 8 feet, letting her jump in strong to it.
Serve from Bo. Outside it goes.
Their back row set to Onstead there. Coach Johnston said when she's on, she's on. When she's off, she takes a little bit to reset. We'll see if that was the swing to reset.
Ball taken by Barine over. Ruska. Knocked over by Gachaba. Good dig by the Panthers. Ends up as a point for Osseo, though. And it's 9-6.
Gachaba with a great swing there. I like the way she's getting herself involved, hanging a little bit higher than the typical quick set.
Over past the net. Tipped down by Hannah Pekarik.
How long have there been Pekariks at Osseo?
It's been close to a decade, I think. Onstead long again. Still misses again, Andy, on that attack. And now Osseo down just one. Bo serving. Marine to the front row. Comes to Keefe's got to adjust a little bit on the ball. Ruska for Gachaba, tips it over, and a point. Osseo has tied it up.
Good dig up to the middle. Gachaba here goes up, sees that the wing diggers are a little deeper than they probably need to be. Tips that ball right in front of him. Great spot for her. Bo on a run.
Dumped over by the setter Israelson there, and cross-court attack by Pekarik. Nicely dug up by Onstead. Sanders tips it over. Osseo in the lead.
Nice back row attack set there. Again, does a great job of leading her. Onstead still at about 18 feet. Drop that ball in front of her again.
Bo serves. Ball middle, back row. Dug up there by Auer and Pekarik, and now Osseo on a roll. Bill, and we'll get a timeout for Joy Johnston and the Panthers.
Good run by Osseo. You know, they started down by a chunk, and then they came back and just played really slow, but clean. Now we see this last ball here. We got a good serve deep, taking Spring Lake Park out of system. Nice little 31 set. Great dig. No, we're not going to get a great set here, but we do a great job bumping that ball high. We go nice, easy shot down the line. A lot of looking around right now from Spring Lake Park instead of a lot of going. I'm sure that's what Coach Joy is talking with him about. Quan over here is looking at his squad and kind of letting them know that, hey guys, we do remember how to play this game. It's a pretty simple one for us. And once they got relaxed and remembered that it was their game in their house, we're on a run right now. Bo with a great serving run. We'll see if she has another one in or off the timeout.
8 in a row here for Osseo. Osseo fans out tonight to support their team. set to the middle. Sanders will dig that up. Quick set to Gachaba off the block. Handled back row by Barine. Another hit from the middle. And again, sails long. No tip in the front by Osseo. It's another Orioles point.
Back into the game is Frawley.
Frawley replacing Keefe. Israelson. Frawley will tip it over.
Ball handling violation. Run comes to an end after 9.
Yep. The Panthers needed that. They're down 2 at 12-10. With Frawley serving. Ruska back to Gachaba for the point.
Back into the game is Calkins. Gachaba does a great job across the front row there, earning some rest time after a few big kills and a couple nice block attempts as well.
Hour to serve. That is long. And it's 14-10 Osseo.
Auer with a nice little jump spin serve here. I like the aggressive serve this ball has. Heavy top, getting that ball to crack over and spin all the way down.
At the net, another Osseo point. Panthers making some hitting errors now. 15-10 Orioles. A great tip by Osseo White there. Pekarik.
Israelson goes up here, and she only goes up with her left hand, making it a pretty easy read for Pekarik to reach over and grab that ball.
Israelson outside to Onstead. Handled back row by Pekarik. Here's Sanders. Right up by Barine. And over by Frawley. Osseo scrambling, and Hawkins knocks it over. Barine hits it long.
Osseo's doing a great job during this little run they're going on here of just staying relaxed and making sure they put balls in play and letting Spring Lake Park kind of shoot themselves a little bit in the foot.
Barine had a dive for that one. Onstead will knock it over. Ruska will set it across. Pekarik gets on top of that ball for the big kill.
Pekarik gets set a great ball here out to the antenna. She's basically got to go over to the small setter and does a great job with it.
Outside it goes to Onstead. Sanders scrambling to that. Hawkins from the middle. Everything going Osseo's way.
Pretty decent setup on the block here. You know, Barry's in a good position to press over and play the ball, but she jumps a little early, is on the way down as she comes back. Like you said, all things going Osseo's way at this point. Spring Lake Park going to try and lick the wounds a little bit, maybe put a little run on of their own before this set is over. You sit around and you watch this game long enough, you realize that 19-10 is tough to come back from, but not impossible.
Right now, Osseo on a 16-1 run.
And it's not so much Osseo as it is Spring Lake Park. Osseo playing like the veteran team that they are. Spring Lake Park coming into the big house here, like Coach Choi was telling us before the match started. Maybe some nerves here. Once everything settled in, like they were running early, and then kind of got punched in the face and didn't quite know how to react. Looking for a good pass off this timeout. My money's on Onstead getting this ball, and we'll see if she's able to do something productive with it.
And Spring Lake Park, not a lot of height on their team either.
No.
It's a small team.
Correct. They're lacking in size, and normally we're going to see better passing here. And on cue, that's a good pass.
Onstead with a good attack. Osseo handles it. Ruska outside to Pekarik. Good dig from Allie Rogers. Hit over by Frawley. Here's Sanders with the attack and the kill. Sanders at 11 feet off the net. Attacks here.
This is a great swing, and that is about the 4th or 5th ball that Ruska has put on a tee for Sanders. It's hard to stop.
Our serving. Played off the net nicely by the Panthers to the middle. Hawkins. Israelson across to the tack, but Auer with the dig. Here's Bow. And Tina Bow with the kill.
Bow does a great job there, taking a little extra time to see where that ball's going before she takes off. I thought for sure Armstead had a kill there. Great swing by her, but Auer's standing there ready to go.
At the net, another point for Osseo. Row comes from Frawley. It comes to Pekarik, dug up by Frawley at the net. Back set, Ruska to Sanders, sent back but out of play.
Spring Lake Park does a nice job timing the block, but Sanders able to go off the hands. Definitely her senior leadership starting to show up right now.
Auer with an ace. How about this run from Kelly Auer?
You know, normally teams don't encourage their servers to serve this topspin jump serve because it's hard to get a lot in a row. Auer proving everybody wrong at this point.
On set point, Israelson outside to Onstead off of Osseo, and Panthers get a point.
Good side out swing there.
Selena Berry, junior middle, will hit and serve here for Spring Lake Park. Ruska back for Bow. And Osseo, very strong at the end, very workmanlike performance. You could say, Andy, didn't make a lot of errors after they fell behind 9-3, did they?
Correct. Everything fell their way. Here we see another great pass from Auer for what seems like the 14th time in 3 rotations. We get a back row set and another kill. Everything going Osseo's way. At the end of one set, we'll see how the Panthers come back, but right now it looks like it's all Osseo.
They scored 22 of the final 24 points of that set. Win 25-11, take a 1-0 lead. Come back with more Northwest Suburban Conference Volleyball live on Channel 12 after this timeout.
My new mom and I have a lot in common.
The great outside.
We both love the outdoors.
So shiny.
That's not a flower. We both love geology.
Oh, look. An igneous one.
That's not a rock. And she knows a lot about wildlife.
A labradoodle.
That's not a dog. Hanging out has been kind of fun.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Mom, can we get some ice cream?
Please, Mom, please.
No, we're having dinner soon.
Please.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
Osseo up 1-0 in our best 3 out of 5 match here against Spring Lake Park, 25-11 there in that first set. But for Joy Johnston and the Panthers, I think a little shell-shocked by the end there, Andy. How do they regroup in that 3 minutes here and get ready to play competitive second set here?
I think you start by just saying that one's over. Right. Acknowledge that that was not the best volleyball game they've played this season, and how do we reset and go after it here in set 2? There's no rewind button in live volleyball. And so now we're going to see if they can take care of the first serve-receive ball and get on a run early. They did on the first set. They were up 9-3 if memory serves, and then the wheels fell off. The key, as we talked about in the pregame, is making sure we don't give up big runs. That's exactly what didn't happen in the first set. Actually, for either side, Osseo gave up 2 big runs to start it, but then came back and went on a couple nice serving runs of their own. We'll see how things go here. We're about to start live play in set 2.
We are underway. Ball knocked over by Borgert. Here's the attack from Pekarik. Goes long. First point to Spring Lake Park. One of the players in for the Panthers that we did not see in set 1, Tatiana Smith, senior middle. She's number 11. Sanders tipping the ball over Smith right there, and Osseo is on the board.
Seems to be a common scoring idea for Osseo in the early goings of this match, that tip to the zone 4 position.
Onstead getting it to Barine, who gets it over. Back set to Sanders. 2-1 Orioles.
Onstead's a great player, but her trying to block that ball is like bringing a knife to a gunfight. Sanders just way too big.
Anna Pekarik serve into the net. We alluded to her older sister next in line, the middle of Pekarik girls, Megan, who was a 5-year starter for them, graduated last year, all-time set assist leader here at Osseo. Just a terrific leader, and not to mention what a good setter she was.
She brought so much of a calming presence, it was unbelievable. Taking players like, at that point, freshman Tina Bowe and making her comfortable in every situation. We see what Tina looks like as a sophomore on the outside this year.
Hawkins serving. Back set, Israelson to Borgert, and across, dug up nicely by Hoyt. On the floor, point for Spring Lake Park.
Nice block by Keefe right there, assisted by Tatiana Smith. Good volleyball to start. We'll see if this run can go. 3-3 ball game, although we saw it start a little bit better for Spring Lake Park in set 1.
Smith out, and Savannah Foley in now for Spring Lake Park. Hoyt, Sugachaba. That violation on Spring Lake Park.
Downrest very busy this match.
Orioles back up by 1. Serve from Sanders. Ball floated long on the hit from Foley. Here's Sanders. Ball back and hit across by Borgert and down. Another Spring Lake Park point. Very much like the first set, a good start for them here in the second. They're down by 1 with Borgert serving. Bowe front row with a kill. Excuse me, yes, it was Bowe. They got the kill, Christina Bowe, and now she'll go back to serve here. Their team up by 2. Talked about her transition this year, Andy, from middle to outside.
She was a fantastic middle for Osseo last year, but I think Coach Kwan knows she's going to need to get the ball more than she did last year. So they moved her to the outside. So in trouble like we just had in the last point there, you can throw her a high ball and she can find a way to side out. Here we see Spring Lake Park, again, running a high ball to the middle. A little bit of miscommunication in the back row for Osseo, leading to the side out.
Kill for Foley. And the serve coming up here for Ari Frawley. Tip over by Sanders. Oh, dig up. Whistle. The ball hit the floor on the Spring Lake Park side.
I'm glad we got a replay.
Yeah. Looked like it did, didn't it?
You know, I'm glad I don't have to wear the white polo and make that call. I don't think the up ref saw it as down, but the line judge immediately snapped that ball was down, and that is the call. We got slow motion here, and it was down. That's a great call by the line judge. The pancake attempt a little bit to the left or to the right of the ball. Good spot for Sanders.
Serve for Auer. Missed in this one after being very successful at the end of set one. So the Panthers get a point. They trail by 1. And first serve tonight for Savannah Foley. McCarrick attacking. Onstead got it over. Back it goes. Sanders missing wide.
Spring Lake Park calming down this set, not making the mistakes they were making in the first set. And Osseo has picked up right where Spring Lake Park let off, making a lot of uncharacteristic errors for a Bill Kwan coach team.
McCarrick got that one down off the set from Ruska. 8-7. Orioles by 1. Nellie Hoyt serving. Israelson, quick set, and then no chance for Smith to really make a play on that.
A little bit of miscommunication as to where she was going to set that ball and who was hitting what set. Looked like it was a pretty good pass to start. Hoyt to serve again.
Back it goes to Sanders.
Sanders with another big swing here on a fast tempo ball. Onstead coming from the right side, trying to get over in time to close and just doesn't get there in time.
Here's Hoyt. Then knocked over by Allie Rogers. Here, McCarrick attacking and kill. The senior Hannah McCarrick.
Ball is dug by Auer right to the outside, skipping the setter altogether. McCarrick ready for it and takes advantage. Good swing, good play.
Hoyt getting the Orioles on a little bit of a run here. Onstead for Frawley. Trouble in the front row. Point for Spring Lake Park.
Back row block is the call here. Hoyt is in the back row. Goes up and the ball comes into her hand while her hand's above the net. Kwan's going to argue the call a little bit, but I think it was the right call here by Larry Cowan.
Tip of the net by Onstead, handled by Hoyt. Sanders got it back for McCarrick, who got it down for a point. I don't know how you draw it up necessarily when you're running practice, but it's a point nonetheless, Andy.
Turns out it's 900 square feet and you just need an inch. That's a good shot down into the corner. Osseo line judge actually had that ball out of bounds, but Callan had it in, so we're going to play on.
Orioles by 4. Outside, Panthers going to have to scramble to get this over, and Borger does. Hoyt back for Sanders, off the block, kept alive. Good job by Frawley to keep that alive for the Panthers. Digs up another ball here. Onstead across for Borger. Hoyt to Bow, and a kill, and a point for Osseo. Good rally. Orioles end up with a point.
It's a great rally. Good volleyball on both sides. Relentless defense, especially from Spring Lake Park. A couple times that ball was pretty low. We're laying out, trying to keep it off the floor and doing a great job.
Ball at the net. Panthers can't make a good play on it. Go as a point for Osseo, and they're up by 6.
McCarrick with another serve.
Panthers get it over. Here's Bow front row. Now Sanders gets it.
The only way to describe that play is stupid athleticism. Can we see that? Yes. Great set by Bow. Sanders coming in off balance, controls her body, and pushes that ball hard. There was so much awesomeness in that play. Like, I'm sorry, I'm a fan of the game. Yeah, let's look at it again. Great dig. Auer, who set that ball last time. Bow sees the double block, sets it to Sanders. Volleyball IQ off the chart, athleticism off the chart. That may be the best play I've seen this year, and I've watched about 60 matches. It's great volleyball to see. It's fun to watch these kids, and you could just see the look on their faces. They love playing together. Bow does a great job finding Sanders. Sanders taking a look at what's going to happen, knowing that she's got to go into cover, and then adjusts and goes up and makes a play here. Poor Spring Lake Park. They're doing everything they can, and they're just getting out-athleted right now. Great defense by the Panthers, but when you got athletes like that, sometimes it just doesn't matter. Good volleyball here. We're coming back live. Osseo up 15-8 in set 2.
And Pekarek continuing to serve here as Osseo's on another run. Israelson, ball to the middle, but blocked well by the Orioles in the front row. They got it to Smith, but Osseo able to get the block up.
Good vision by the block there, stepping in front of the live ball.
Orioles by 8. This time Pekarek serving error.
Nice run by Pekarek, keeping the Spring Lake Park Panthers out of system, not letting them get in any good swinging rhythm.
PR Onstead back to serve. Ruska for Bow, back row handled by Barine. Onstead able to get it over. Back it goes. Hoyt, then down to Sanders. Good set from Ellie Hoyt, and another kill for Shia Sanders, the 5'11 senior.
Sanders just enjoying herself right now. Smile on her face, loving life, loving the game, loving her team.
Serve from Calkins. Off the net, front row, and tipped over by Sanders.
Same thing we had earlier with the Spring Lake Park setter trying to dump. Sanders' right hand never goes up, but the difference is there's nobody that can block Sanders when she's that high.
Borgert's kill, or attack I should say, handled by Hoyt. Bow got it back into play. Handled back row by Barine. Here's Onstead, a little strong, and a point for Osseo.
John, you made the right call. That should have been a kill.
Yeah.
By Borgert. Great dig by Hoyt to keep that ball in play, and it leads to another Osseo point.
A little early on that call. There's this good serve. Israelson trying to handle up the net, bumped over by Borgert. Outside to Bow again. Israelson back to Borgert one more time, but right into the net with her hit.
Good little rally here, couple nice digs. Borgert doesn't quite get off the net as far as she wanted to, gets herself in a little bit of trouble.
Serve long from Calkins. She'll come out and an hour back in. Green serve knocked over by Pekarek.
And sometimes you can't do anything wrong. That was a poorly handled serve-receive ball. Pekarek sends it over. Spring Lake Park not quite ready to handle, and away we go. This Osseo student section has got animation for the last 5 points, and I can't watch volleyball. A little golf outing here for 4. We should have the field goal kicker for 3. Oh, no, we're just going to do push-ups. I'm telling you. Oh, there he is. All right.
it'll be an ace serve.
Sanders with a great serve in the seam, dropping that ball in between the two.
Sanders ready to go. Serve with 2 points needed for another set win for the Orioles. Back it goes to Borgert, dug up by Auer. Can Vakaric get to it? She does, and knocked over by Ruska. Gilson back to Borgert, and this time they get the point. Ball hit out of bounds by Osseo.
Good swing by Borgert here. She gets herself in system. She knows they're going to have a good pass, runs a fastball behind, earns herself the kill.
Serve is long, and now set point coming for Osseo.
Bo back to serve.
Low serve handled by Rogers. Israelson across for Onstead. Outside, Vakaric on their set two to Osseo. Same score, Andy, as set one, 25-11, and they go up 2-0.
They do. They go up 2-0 here. We see Bo again. Good serve, taking him out of system. 1/2 option here as Onstead has to roll this ball. Sanders playing 6 rotation, getting a great dig here. Vakaric knows she's got the setter in the front row, knows line will be open. With that solemn look, just business all the time. End of set 2, looking a lot like set 1. Good run by Osseo to end it.
Osseo's up 2-0 on Spring Lake Park. We'll take a break, come back with more live coverage of high school volleyball on 12 Sports after this timeout.
This new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Mom, can we get some ice cream? Please, Mom, please.
No, we're having dinner soon.
Please.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
Michael Adams?
Here.
Michael Adams?
Here.
Michael Adams.
Michael Adams.
Students who miss 18 days of school in any grade risk falling behind and not graduating. Absences add up. Keep track at boostattendance.org today.
Adopting a new pet is a rewarding experience. And shelter pets make super pets. Your new best friend will steal your heart, bring you happiness, and enrich your life for years to come. You can make a difference in the life of an animal. Adopt and bring home a shelter pet today. To find out more, visit theshelterpetproject.org.
The Oriole fans on hand tonight, and Andy, you and I were talking off there. There was no point in our lives where we could have pulled off the tight volleyball jersey like some of the boys have on tonight.
You know, there's a super fan, and then there's just super uncomfortable. And I think either one of us in that outfit would have been super uncomfortable.
Look at what volleyball's coming up Thursday night, also live on Channel 12. Bedell St. Margaret's hosting Heritage Christian Academy, and each of those teams through the years has had periodic success for the size class they're in. Heritage in 1A and Bedell mostly 3A, but some 2A through the years, and in the North Suburban Conference, and Heritage out of the MCAA.
Yeah, I don't spend enough time watching those two schools play, but I have watched Benilde a little bit over the last couple of years, and I like what the coach is doing there. I like the system he's putting in place. The gym culture is getting a lot better.
Underway here in set number 3. First point goes to Spring Lake Park.
Onstead back to serve here, 1-1. Keefe into the game here.
Now Onstead to serve, and serves it long.
Oh, we're thankful she missed that one. Wasn't quite sure that's what she wanted to do there, but teammates encouraging her to not play that ball. Gets her half rotation off here.
Hawkins to serve. Ball hit at the net and knocked over. A good scrambling play there by the Panthers. Good shot by the block right back. Good play by Smith.
Chaba goes up thinking she's got over the block available, but Smith matches her at the top of her swing. Nice block there.
Green serving. White's got to run for this one. Tipped over by Bow. Enough height where she could get up and just drop it over. Handy.
This is a great ball here. Hoyt moving to her left. Everybody thinks this ball is going outside, and she flips it back into Bow. Great setting choice. Bow does a great job being available for the swing.
Israelson with the set. Borger at the hit. Sanders handles that. Up in the air at the net. Bow didn't get this one down. She did.
Bow does get this ball down.
The official had signaled a Spring Lake Park point. It certainly looked like an Osseo point, and it is indeed. So it is 4-2 Orioles here. From the middle, Onstead with the attack. Ruska to Gachaba, blocked again. Back outside. Panthers handle that. Here's Onstead attacking back row. Auer got to that one. Sanders to it and over by Bow. Israelson all the way across the net. Tough ball for Cordero. Jasmine Caldero to try to play. Couldn't get to it. The point for Osseo.
Sometimes we try a little bit too hard to push things to pick up tempo, and that was a great example right there. Sanders back to serve again on another nice little run for her.
Good serve for Sanders. Caldero trying to scramble to get to it along with Israelson. Hits down. It's an ace for Sanders.
Call that home court advantage, knowing how to hit that tape on top of the net for the ace.
Five players with at least 15 aces on the season for Osseo. Coming into play tonight. Good block at the net. Farine got to that one. A terrific job by Onstead to get it over. And Onstead at the dig. Farine to it. And over by Caldero. Great point for Spring Lake Park.
That's exactly the type of volleyball that Spring Lake Parks needs to be playing the entire day here. Just bodies on the floor, picking each other up, making great hustle plays, and not giving away points, putting the pressure on the Orioles.
Ruska for Bow. Now Israelson for Onstead. Tipped over by Ruska. Borgert attacking. Sanders, good job to pass that one up. Over by Borgert. Attack from Bow, and this one will go down for a point. Good rally, point Osseo.
Another play with the intentional dig directly to the attacker. Great play. Nice little wrinkle in Osseo's offense. I like to see it.
Bow the serve. To the middle, hit over by Bow. Sanders. Spring Lake Park player in the net.
again, tight set, tight set, tight set. You can be as good an athlete as you want. Those are tough balls to make a clean play on.
Bow with an ace right off Boreen. Bow coming into the match, leading the team in aces.
Talking with freshman coach TJ, he told me the team goes for it on every serve. It's either going to be an ace or an error. They're going to go for it. Tonight's ratio seems to be a lot more aces than errors, keeping Spring Lake Park uncomfortable throughout the match.
Orioles up by 7 with a serve from Bow. Israelson to the middle, ball hit back. All Osseo right now.
Nice block there by Natasha Gichaba. Does a great job of getting her hands over the net and not allowing that ball to come through.
Onstead's attack dug up by Bow. Back it goes to Sanders, floats one over. Israelson back outside. It's Caldero for the point.
Caldero swinging as hard as she can there, going through the block of Osseo. A great job for her. Now she gets to go back and serve, see if she can put a little run together here.
Sophomore floater back row off an hour, a little awkwardly, but Pekarik able to get it to Sanders and dug up by Rogers. Over by Caldero. Bow, or excuse me, Pekarik setting for Bow for the kill.
These left sides got hands. That's the second time we've seen that exact same play. First time it was to Sanders on a high ball in the middle. This time it went to Bow in the back row.
Osseo just have a lot of girls who do a lot of things well, don't they, Andy?
Yes.
Kill for Lane Ruska.
That's why you can take a player like Tina Bow, who was all-conference middle as a freshman, and turn her into an outside. That's why you can have a setter like Ruska and have her turn and swing on that ball and score just as easily.
Auer got it down. Ace serve. Kelly Auer Jr.
Working through the kinks right now. Rogers trying to calm down her teammates as they pass.
Front row tapped over by Hawkins.
Nice serve, keeping everybody uncomfortable. Does a great job with the sweep here to push that ball over to zone 2.
Ball set over for Onstead. And Onstead's hit is long.
Ball out into the hallway here. Onstead looking calm and collected still, even after a couple errors. If they're going to come back, they're going to need her to get on another page here. Get after this ball when she gets the next set. Auer to serve again.
Israelson to Onstead. Auer digs that up. Ruska will tap it over. Israelson back outside again. Ruska hitting error and a point for Spring Lake Park. (16-5). Panthers serving, trailing by 11 here in the third set. Play at the net by Ruska. The sophomore gets another kill.
Ruska does a good job that time of timing her jump. In those tight joust situations, it's typically whoever jumps second that'll win that put.
All hit outside. Ace serve for Hoyt. She's back at it again, this time into the net.
Hoyt put a little nice run together there. Didn't like her toss there. It was inside on her left shoulder, leading to the service error.
Hoyt back for Pekarik for the swinging kill.
Nice jump set from Hoyt. Back to Pekarik, who goes into that seam.
Pekarik serving. Ball outside and down for a point. 19-7.
Good smart swing by Onstead there.
PR Onstead. Good serve back row. Middle. Knocked over by Sanders. Attack from Bow.
Hoyt to Bow for a kill here. That's a combination we may hear for a couple more years. Both sophomores. Good connection between those two right now.
Andy Carline, senior into the match for the first time, serves for Osseo. No one gets down, kill for Borgert.
Borgert does a great job here. The set's higher than she wants it. She stops after her first step and then accelerates into finish. Nice swing for her cross court in front of Hoyt.
Hoyt back for Sanders. Dug up by Onstead. Get it back to Onstead. Tip at the net. Chaba and outside, no, 4 hits on Osseo and the point for Spring Lake Park. Serve from Barine. Scramble for that. Didn't get the pass up from the back row, and an ace for Barine and Spring Lake Park. It's them to 10. Right back for Sanders. Cut across, handled by Borgert. Outside to Boa. Israelson to Caldero. Point Osseo.
Caldero swinging high and hard every time, just sometimes into the block. A little error prone right now, but I like the fact that she's still staying aggressive.
Sanders serves. Tapped over by Bow. Easy play for Christina Bow.
Bow could have done about 8 different things with that ball, finds a way to score.
Sanders. Referee's got to get some of the over-exuberant fans back to the stand. They're creeping a little close to the court.
Yeah, in high school volleyball, they got a rule that says you can't be on the court level. So they got to be standing up when they get down in that space. Ref does a good job of putting them back where they belong.
22-11. Here's Sanders with the attack. Good dig by Barine. Back it goes to Borgert. Left side and over by Bow at the net. Caldero. Great dig up by Pekarik. Here's Bow again. Sometimes it's a matter of where the ball is. Watch Osseo dig a lot of balls. They don't leave their feet a lot. They're not diving to the floor. They're able to get their body in position to make that, and they're still able to get back into the offense right away.
It has a lot to do with the size of Osseo's block. There's not a whole lot of space for St. Louis Park to hit, or Spring Lake Park to hit, excuse me. Because of the size of the block, it limits the court, making it a lot easier to dig.
23-12 as Caldero serves. Carline handling that. Bruska back for Sanders. Really wanted to put that one down, but into the net.
Sanders wanting to hit this ball at about 7 feet, gets it set to 10 feet, has to adjust her arm swing, leading to the error.
Bruska chops it over for a point. And now set, or match point, coming for Osseo. Set and match point.
Hawkins back into the game. Hour to serve. That jump spin's going to be fun to watch here for match point again.
Israel sin across to Onstead. Dug up by Kelly Auer nicely. Here's Pekarik missing on the attack, and they'll play on.
Barry back to serve. Going to see if she's got 10 in her to see if we can get this one going.
Served by Barry, taken by Auer. Ruska in the middle to Sanders. Too much. Pekarik and Sanders both going for that money shot the last 2 points here and missing, and Spring Lake Park stays alive. Another serve from Barry.
Going to take some more big swings here.
And there it is. Pekarik getting the kill to end it. And Osseo takes it, Andy, in 3 to improve to 6-1 in the conference.
Good volleyball for Osseo. They played clean volleyball throughout the match. They played aggressive volleyball throughout the match. They got Spring Lake Park uncomfortable, and the Panthers never quite able to get themselves in a rhythm they wanted to be in. We see the serve here, okay? It's a nice serve, has some good float to it. Everybody knows we're gonna go big and high and hard. Pekarik takes that to the 1-6 seam to finish the match. Again, I'm so impressed with Pekarik and the way she handles herself throughout the match. Does a good job here of just taking the swing when the opportunity is in front of her. Great match for Osseo. Some moments of greatness from Spring Lake Park, just not able to put enough of them together.
And Spring Lake Park falling to 2-5 in the conference and 7-6 overall. Osseo now 6-1 in the conference, as I mentioned, and 10-2 overall. We'll take time out. We'll come back and hear from a couple of the winning players. You're watching live coverage of Northwest Suburban Conference Volleyball on 12 Sports.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
You watch Channel 12 at home. Why not on the go? Channel 12 is online at 12.tv. Watch on your phone, on your tablet. Channel 12 is your local source wherever you go. Just log on to 12.tv. Check out our videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and even watch live events via live stream. So don't wait. Stay up to date with Channel 12 and 12.tv, your local source.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Osseo takes tonight's match in 3 against Spring Lake Park, and they improved to 6-1 in the conference with a sweep of the Panthers. Welcome back to Osseo High School. John Jacobson joined by Hannah Pekarik and Shia Sanders. And Shia, congratulations on the win tonight. You made it look easy, a little bit of a slow start to that first set, but you got on a roll after that.
It was really all ball control. Everybody did their rolls. They did it to the T. Kelly Auer had some amazing digs. Tina Bowen, Hannah Pekarik on the outside, and our setters, Lane Ruska and Ellie Hoyt to start the offense. It just spread everything out. It was great.
You guys didn't do anything to hurt yourself. I mean, you didn't make mistakes. You just kind of played your game, let Spring Lake Park make the errors. I mean, is that kind of the game plan? Just you play your game and let the other team hopefully make some errors along the way?
I mean, it's kind of the game of volleyball. You always want to put pressure on the other team and make aggressive mistakes if you make any.
How do you feel about the way your team's playing? You come off the Farmington tournament a couple weekends ago, winning all 4 there, sweep 2 matches last week. Seems like you guys are really playing well.
Yeah, I think it's just the chemistry. Everybody is friends, everybody loves each other. It's a good combination and all.
Did a good job by everybody to kind of step up with Emily going out with that injury before Totino Grace.
Yeah, we definitely faced adversity against Totino Grace, worked hard, tried to fight against it, but all in all, everybody stepped up.
Congratulations on the win tonight.
Thank you.
Hannah Pekarik, I thought you guys really played a good match tonight, attacking from all sides. What was the game plan going into tonight?
The game plan was to just control our side and try to run the offense we practice in our practices and just try new things.
Overall on the season, how do you feel your team's playing? 12 matches so far, you've won 10, lost 1 early and lost 1 to Totino, that tough 5-set one. Overall, are you happy with your team's play?
Yeah, I am. I really think that we're getting better every time we play. I think that each match we're progressing, and that I think that when we go into sections, we'll be ready.
You got a tough conference. I mean, there's a lot of good teams right at the top of this conference. Is that fun for you guys, knowing that you'll get some good tests from some of the top teams in this league this year?
Definitely. It's always good to play like better teams because it'll always make you better. You don't want to just beat up on weaker teams.
So as you go forward now, how do you feel your team can still improve as you look towards sections in about a month?
I think just practicing more. It's a short season, and we haven't really worked together much before this. We have a lot of new players, and we had 4 good players graduate last year, so just playing and playing will definitely make us better.
Homecoming week here, is it fun to see your classmates out supporting you?
Yeah, definitely. It's fun to have a big crowd.
Congratulations on the win tonight.
Thank you.
Osseo Orioles take care of business against Spring Lake Park tonight, winning it in 3. And again, 10-2 on the season, 6-1 in the conference. They'll get Centennial on Wednesday night, and that big match in the conference against Champlin Park next week. That'll do it for our telecast tonight at Osseo High School. For Andy Gugesberg and all of our crew, I'm John Jacobson. Thanks for tuning in for live coverage of Northwest Suburban Conference Volleyball on 12 Sports.